355 calories and 34 grams of protein. Let's go.
Is not getting enough sleep on your fitness journey actually hurting you? Well, the truth is, maybe. Now, on my personal fitness journey, I tend to see three big things that happen whenever I don't get adequate sleep. Now, number one being the worst is going to be energy levels. When I'm trying to lift weights, I typically feel like I can't lift as heavy, or if I'm doing cardio, I just can't move as fast and get more overall fatigued. Now, secondly, it's going to be appetite control. So whenever I'm eating, I typically feel like I want more junk food that day, or I'm just going off plan more often whenever I don't get adequate sleep. Now, lastly, it's going to be actual risk of injury. So if you don't give your body enough time to repair itself overnight, you're going to be more prone to getting injuries because it hasn't had time to repair itself from your last workout.
Welcome to Hunk's Kitchen, where we make all your favorite foods low calorie and high protein to help you reach your fitness goals. I'm your host, Lance Alexander, and on today's menu, we're going to be making chicken Alfredo. Now, chicken Alfredo is personally one of my favorite dishes ever, and at most restaurants, it's going to be a pretty high calorie meal. It's typically going to run you anywhere from 500 to over 800 calories. So here at Hunk's Kitchen, we're going to change that today. We're going to make the same meal for 355 calories and 34 grams of protein. Let's go.
So for this recipe, you're going to need chicken breast, Parmesan cheese, low-calorie Alfredo sauce, garlic powder, Italian seasoning, and protein pasta.
Okay guys, so first things first, we're gonna take our chicken, and now make sure you wash your chicken. You know, we have to always wash our chicken, make sure it's clean before we start cutting it up, and that's the next step. So we're gonna cut it up into nice strips and slices, just so that whenever we do make our Alfredo, it's in nice bite-sized pieces. And then we've also got our oregano here, and then I wanted to say another thing about seasonings, guys. We always kind of are questioning, okay, how much seasoning can I use? Does it have too many calories? Just make sure you add it to your taste and your own liking, but just don't go too crazy and you should be all right. Now, we've also got our pasta here. So we've got our boiling water heating up for the pasta. I'm gonna go ahead and get mine ready, and then we're gonna put our chicken in the skillet and get it sizzling. Alrighty, so we've got our pasta ready to go. In about, I'll say 10 to 15 minutes. Don't quote me on that. Just make sure your pasta does not burn. All right, so I've got my skillet very hot, like fiery hot. And so we're gonna go ahead and get our chicken all sizzling, the best part. Let's go. Oh, got a little stuck to my tongs. There we go. Now make sure you guys watch your skillet. Make sure it doesn't get too hot while your chicken's in there so it does not burn as well, because that'll stick to the bottom. As you guys saw, it sticks very well to pans, especially if you don't have a non-stick pan. So make sure, if you do need to add a little bit of olive oil spray, that's all right too. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my chicken ready, and we will be back. All right guys, so our goal with our chicken, my chicken is actually already done, but you're gonna wanna cook your chicken until it's nice and, ooh, that's a lot of steam, until it's nice and golden brown. It's gonna give you the perfect consistency, the perfect flavor. Just when it's golden brown, it just tastes better. I don't know, there's something about the chicken. All right, and then also we've got our pasta over here. Now, like I said, make sure you don't burn your pasta. You don't want it to be all gummy and rubbery. So we're gonna go ahead and drain my pasta, and then we don't have too much further to go. But I did wanna talk about, with the actual pasta that we did use, this is protein pasta. Now, it's a great pasta by Barilla, and it actually has 10 grams of protein. And you know, I don't know too many pastas with a whole lot of protein, but I've always loved this one, so I wanted to share this particular pasta brand with you guys. And then I also have this low-calorie Alfredo sauce. It's pretty good. It's only 25 calories a serving. It's really nice consistency, and I really do feel like it brings out the flavor in the dish without sacrificing any of the calories that you have to go way too crazy on. You can still get that same great flavor. So let's go ahead and drain it. All right guys, so we have our pasta Alfredo here, and one thing I wanted to say is I love volume eating. Now, volume eating means you're eating low calorie foods for a lot of quantity. And so one of the things that I did was with my greens here, I have my salad that I'm gonna actually pair with my high protein Alfredo. Now all that this is gonna do, it's gonna fill us up a lot because we do already have our chicken that's super high protein. We've got our pasta as well that's also super high protein. So we know it's already 34 grams of protein, but what I wanted to do was say, hey, we've got greens, it's gonna fill us up even more. Now make sure with your greens and with your dressing, guys, you don't add too much dressing. I'm actually not adding any dressing, and I recommend that you do the same if you can go without it. I just like to keep my calories as low as possible, and dressing and cheese and croutons, they tend to add a lot to the meal. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna go ahead and transfer my dressing into my pasta, and then I'm gonna also get my chicken out, cut it up, and we're gonna see the finished product. $355 calories and 34 grams of protein.